Hello all, welcome back to my channel. In the last tutorial on dictionary, we learned to create key value pairs. In this tutorial, we are going to solve a few exercises on dictionary. So before we get started, I would request you to pause the video, copy all these questions from the description below and try to solve them on your own. But before you get started, please note that here in this case for solving the exercise, you might have to do a little more of exploration because what we learned in our previous tutorial was creating a key and a value for each of the key. But in this exercise, we will have to create multiple values for each key. So please try to explore at your end first and see if you can come up with some solutions. If not, I will anyway be starting to code in the next 5 seconds. All right, I hope you were able to explore and find a solution on your own. If not, let's solve them together. Create a dictionary with the below key value pairs. So here we have four keys here: opener, middle order, spin, and pace. It's about the Indian cricket team. And the values are the players who could fill that spot. So the opening spot could be filled by five of these lovely players. Similarly, for the middle order, the spin attack and the pace bowling attack. So if you have to create a dictionary, now since this is about Team India, let's call this variable as Team India equal to, and to create a variable, we use the curly braces. And now we have to input all the key value combination. So the first key is opener. And now since if it had only been a single value, we could have just written it this way. But now since we have multiple values here, we have to use the square bracket. I hope you found this help from the internet. If not, this is how it has to be done. So we have Dhawan, Rohit, Gill, Shaw, and Rahul. All right. Similarly, for the other key value combination, we have to follow the same process. All right. Now, once we have the key values incorporated, now if we just print the variable Team India, we get all the keys and their respective values. All right. Now, the next question. Arrange the openers in descending order. So, if we have to call the openers here, the way we do that is we call the variable Team India, and inside the square bracket, we have to pass the opener here. So we are just calling this particular key. And once you click on the shift plus enter button, we have this entire set of options that Indian team has, the five openers. All right, now arrange the openers in descending order. Now, since if you see here, the output is like a list. First, let us try to assign this to another variable, OPENER, for simplicity purpose, so that it is easy to understand. And now if I just execute this, I'll be getting the same output. Now, the way we sort the list in descending order. So we have this command called sorted, and inside sorted, we have to pass the variable that we are trying to sort. In this case, this variable is the list here. And if I click on the shift plus enter button, we see that the list has been sorted in ascending order, starting from D and ending at S. So if you have to reverse the order, we have an option here. If we click on comma and shift tab on the keyboard, we see here that reverse equal to false. By default, reverse has been set as false. So we just need to reverse it. So we have to say reverse equal to true instead, equal to true. And now if you click on shift plus enter button, the order of the players now gets displayed in a descending order. All right, coming to the next question. Select two random openers from the above dictionary. So once again, let me just display the openers here. We have created the variable as OPENER, opener. Now we have to select two random openers from the above dictionary. So we have learned in our previous tutorial on random orders that we can use a command called choice. So before we use the choice command, we have to import the NumPy library. So import NumPy as np, and then np dot random dot choice, and inside choice we can pass all the openers here as a list opener, and now we have to select just two openers from this list, so we can just pass two over here. And now if I click on shift plus enter button, we have Dhawan and Dhawan. We cannot select the same person again and again, so we have another option here in this parameter section of choice. If you type comma and go to shift plus tab on the keyboard, here we see that replace by default is true. So what is happening is once you pick Dhawan, Dhawan is again put back into the list, and now again you have an option of selecting any of these 5 players. So because of its randomness, it is once again selecting Dhawan here in this particular case. Just to ensure that we don't pick the same person twice, we can just say replace equal to false. So once we do that, replace equal to false, and now if I click on shift plus enter button, we now have Gill and Shaw. Just looking at the randomness, if I just click on control enter again, it will give me two different players. Control enter again, different players. Control enter, different players. So that's how the randomness works, and that is how we randomly pick two players from the choice command. All right, the last problem here. Select 3 people from pace attack, ensuring Bumrah is always selected from the above dictionary, and save it as a list. All right, so we have the pace attack, which is Team India pace. So if I just have to call that particular key Team India, and inside the parenthesis I have to call the key pace, and if I click on shift plus enter button, oh, here it's capital P, so I have to put capital P here. It's case sensitive in Python as well as R. Now shift plus enter, it gives me all these 5 players. Now it says that Bumrah is always selected from the above dictionary. All right, now since this again gives us the output as a list, let us assign this particular list to a variable called pace. And now if I just print pace, it gives me the same set of 5 players. Now since we have to anyway select Bumrah, and from the other players we have to randomly select 2 of them. So what we can do is we can for now remove Bumrah from this particular list, from where we have to select the other 2 players out of 4. So we can do that using the slice function. And the way we do that is PACE, and inside the square brackets, now the indexing starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we don't want the 0th index. We want from the first index. So if we just type 1 colon, and we don't have to specify the last index. If we just leave it as is and click on the shift plus enter button, it gives us all the players from the first index onwards to the very last index. Now if we reassign it to pace, so we are now updating the pace variable, and now if we print pace again, it just has these 4 players. All right, now if we have to randomly select 2 players from this list, the way we do that is using the random choice that we used for our previous question. So now if I do a np dot random dot choice, and inside that if I select pace, which is the above list here, and then I just want to select 2 people from this. So if I print 2 and click on shift plus enter, once again here I cannot select the same person again and again. So I have to be wary of this, and I have to pass replace equal to false. So now if I click on shift plus enter button, now we have Saini and Siraj. If I again click on control plus enter, these 2 candidates will keep on changing randomly. And if I just assign it to a variable called pacers, and then if I print pacers, it gives me Saini and Natarajan. All right, now please take note of the fact that this is an array, and if we have to convert this back to a list, the way we do that is using the list command. And inside list, if we once again pass pacers, and now if I print pacers here, it does not have this array command now. It has now become a list. So now if I just want to add Bumrah here, the way I can do that is using the append command here, append, and inside append I can just pass the object, which is in this case the player Bumrah. So if I click on Shift plus Enter button, and now if I print Pacers, it now has Saini, Natarajan, and Bumrah as the three players that we'll be selecting. All right, I hope you were able to solve this exercise on your own. If not, the more we practice, the more expertise we'll gain in coding. Practice is the best way of improving our coding skills. W3 Resource is one of the best websites where you can learn quite a bit. All right, now let's solve the same set of questions in R. So here again, if we create a variable called team, assign multiple values to a particular key is using the list operator, because list does not give us any limitation that one key can have only one value. So the way we do this in R is using the list command. So inside list opener, since we have more than one values, we have to use the combine operator. So opener equal to Dhawan. Similarly for the other keys. And now if I execute this command, Team India is now displayed in the form of a dictionary in R, though we are using the list command here. And if I just enter team, so the Team India is now displayed in the form of a list, but it can also be operated as a dictionary, as we learned in our previous tutorial. Now arrange the openers in descending order. So if you just want to display the team openers, the way we do that is once we call the variable, and with the dollar, these are nothing but the names of each of these individual values. So if I select opener and if I click on the run button, now it gets displayed in the form of a vector here. And now if we have to arrange the openers in descending order, the way we do that in R is using the sort command. So inside sort, pass the team openers here. And if I click on the run button now, as we see here, it's again in increasing order. If you have to display them in descending order, we have another option here. Click on the tab function, and here if you see decreasing, and here we have to say decreasing equal to true, or just type T here. And now if we click on the run button, it is now in decreasing order or descending order. So here by default it is true in the sort command, whereas in Python it was by default as false. So this is how we display the team openers in decreasing order. All right, the next question now. Select two random openers from the above dictionary. So let me assign them to a variable called opener, and let me execute this line. So we have openers. Now select two random openers from the above dictionary. All right, if we have to select two random openers, the way we do that is using the sample command. So inside sample, we just have to pass the opener variable that we created here, and let me just mention the size as 2 here. And once I click on the run button, it gives me Shaw and Dhawan as two openers that I can select. Let's also check if we have any other options here. If I click on tab, it says replace. Now in R, by default, replace is equal to false. That's why we'll not have a problem of two same players getting selected randomly. But even otherwise, just to be on the safer side, we can still confirm that by mentioning that replace has to be false. Either I just type F, or I can also type false here. All right, now if I click on the run button, it sometimes give me Shaw and Gill, and as per the randomness, it will keep giving me two random players from the list. All right, coming to the last question here. Select three people from pace attack, ensuring that Bumrah is always selected. Now, if we go to team and to select the pace attack, so capital P here, if I click on run button, I'm sorry, I should have type that in quotes. If I click on the run button, so this is another way of calling in R. We can either use a dollar symbol like we did earlier and called pace, and if I click on run, it gives me the same output. So either we can use a square bracket notation or we can use the dollar symbol. All right, now here again, as we see in this vector, Bumrah is coming as the first person. So if we just want to randomly select two other people from the remaining four, we can just remove Bumrah for now from this list because he's not part of the selection as he's already selected. And if I do a -1 here, and if I click on the run button, Bumrah does not come in this list now. So it's -1. So if I now reassign it to a variable called pace here, and if I click on the run button, and now from this particular variable, we need to select only two paces. So the way we do that is using the sample function again. So once we do sample, and inside the brackets, we just have to pass pace, and the size will be 2. So if I click on the run button here, it gives me Natarajan and Saini. And now if I once again assign it to a variable called pacers, a new variable pacers here, and if I display pacers, it gives me Natarajan and Saini. All right, now if I also want to add Bumrah to the list, so I need to use the append function. Append, and inside the bracket I have to pass the variable which I created above, which is pacers, and then the values. For values we have to type Bumrah, and if I click on the run button, it gives Natarajan, Saini and Bumrah. But just to ensure that the variable pacers is overwritten, because if I once again execute pacers, it does not have Bumrah. So just to ensure Bumrah is included in the list of new pacers, we have to reassign the appended function back to the original pacers variable. So if I click on run now, and now if I execute pacers, it now has Natarajan, Saini and Bumrah. All right, I hope you were able to solve these problems in both Python and R. If you have struggled just a bit, don't worry. The more we practice, the more expertise we'll gain. So we'll continue solving more and more such problems. I hope you found this tutorial useful. All right, if you're liking my tutorial, please do subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. If you have any doubts, questions, suggestions, feedback, please do post them in the comment section. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you very much.